Danas putujemo od Banjaluke do Travnika, pa na kraju do Sarajeva da vidimo gdje se to jedu najbolji ćevapi u Bosni i Hercegovini. Iako širom naše zemlje može da se pronađe toliko ukusnih jela, ćevapi su sasvim sigurno ono najpoznatije. Servirani u sočnoj lepini uz luk, ćevapi su ono jedno jelo koje će vjerovatno svaki turista da isproba, a možda niste znali da su svojevremeno stavljeni i među 10 najboljih jela na svijetu po mišljenju renomiranog sajta Taste Atlas. E sad, kada govorimo o tome gdje su najbolji ćevapi, onda često čujemo nekoliko teorija. Za nekoga su najbolji oni sarajevski, za nekoga travnički, a pojedini ipak više vole one u Banjaluci. Kako bi ovaj izbor bio pravedan, sa sobom sam doveo dvije prijateljice, Liz iz Vijetnama i Džamilu iz Kape Verdea, koje ne žive ovdje, kako bi one bile te koje će odlučiti gdje su najbolji ćevapi u našoj zemlji. Ćevape ćemo inače ocjenjivati u 3 kategorije: ukus mesa, sočnost lepinje te izgled mjesta u kojem ćemo ih jesti. Stoga naš troje smo odlučili da isprobamo ćevape u sva 3 mjesta i da vidimo gdje su to najbolji. Let's go, guys.
Let's do it.
So guys, the first place we go is the most famous in Banjaluka. It's called Kod Muje at Mujos in a way. There are 3 places like this in a city. They have the oldest ćevapi. In all Banjaluka they say the best, but you'll try. Go inside. Ćao, što vam je? Šta hoćeš, Liz? Šta bi želila?
Pa ćevapi, da probamo, jel?
Možemo dobiti 3 male porcije ćevapa.
Small one.
Tu 4, pardon, 4 male porcije ćevapa. What was your opinion about the Balkans before you would come here?
Honestly, I didn't believe when my husband told me that it's this amazing. I always thought like he's definitely exaggerating and has, you know,
It's definitely biased.
bias, exactly. But I was shocked. I mean, the people, the warmth that they receive me with, the food here is amazing. And everything is so much cheaper compared to the US, you know? And what really was nice to see is that the quality of living, the fact that they choose to live more than they work, you know? And they always have fun here.
You tried ćevapi so far?
One time,
Only
little
one time.
bits.
And
So
Liz, you have
excited.
tried ćevapi?
Yes, of course.
Hvala puno.
Hvala.
Thank you.
So basically, girls, to give you a quick brief, this is called actually lepinja, this type of bread, and we usually have like small, medium, and big size of ćevapi. This is small with 2 pločice. Medium you add 1 more, big one you add 1 more, so it's like 4. And you always eat them with onions, always.
Good balance.
Sometimes they add like some additional vegetables, but this is like the traditional ćevapi you will find in Banjaluka. They put 2 different types of meat. It's, I'm not sure actually in English, it's ovčetina i junjetina. It's beef and lamb and beef.
Okay.
Yeah, lamb and beef, plus salt, pepper, and some like spices. And but you will grade. So basically, you will grade them. How you like the meat, how you like the bread, and how you like the place. And I will be just to watch and
He'll just eat.
enjoy the food.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys. Wow. So tender and juicy. Perfect seasoning.
Ne voliš pečenje? Pečenje? Kako ne voliš pečenje?
Ne, kaže ne voliš više. Kaže,
okej.
ne voliš ti više od mene. Ja volim više.
Nemoguće.
So Liz, what is the secret that you're so fit and you eat pečenje and the heaviest Balkan food?
I don't know, Asian genetics.
Wow.
So how do you like ćevapi?
It's so tender and juicy and flavorful. And usually meats, when they do them, like other countries I've tried, or a different kind of meat, how does it retain the moisture in it and still have like a brown look to it? Yeah. I wonder if it's the grill or the way they...
Probably because they mix it with
lamb?
The lamb, which is like a little bit fatty, so it keeps the fat and the moisture.
All right, that was perfect. Now I know.
How many times have I tried to make this at home and failed?
Really? You tried to make ćevapi?
Yeah.
You gotta ask them for the secret.
No.
I think the bread here is so better quality. Like not just here, like in Italy, France, Spain.
Even cornbread that I get in the fresh bakery next to my house. Like, how is it baked the way it is? I'm not gonna lie, my goal was to really stay away from bread and come into Banjaluci. Oh my God, every bakery is amazing. Like, and you have one every corner. Everything's so organized here, you know? There's bakeries, there's, supermarkets, like, and, where I live, you have to drive and go far. I like the walking distance here, It's very convenient.
What is the fun fact about Cape Verde that people don't know?
I think people don't know that it's basically not a desert, but it only rains like 1 time a year there, you know? And what's interesting is that people don't know how they live. For example, right? Think about this house, has no roof. When it rains, they opened it up and let the water sink in, and then they purify it, and that's how they live with water. And when it runs out, they have to go buy it, and it's I guess, in a way, water shortage,
But it's called like Cape Verde, like green.
Yeah, so it's Cape Verde in English, but in the language, my language, it's called Cabo Verde.
Você fala português.
Eu entendo português.
A gente pode falar português.
So basically my language is actually Portuguese Creole. It's derived from the Portuguese language because we got our independence from from Portugal in 1975. So we have a lot of influence from Portugal. Yeah.
Rose, how did you like ćevapi again?
I love the ćevapi, and as I mentioned before, it's surprising to see how meat can retain the moisture and still be, I would say, not crispy, but like it has a nice darkened color. Okay. It's so tender and juicy and flavorful. The seasoning is not overwhelming. It's perfect. Exquisite. I would give it a 10. Okay. And the bread is very, how do I say it? It's soft, yeah, and I would give it a 8.
Okay. And the place? How do you like the place?
I love the place, the environments. I love the colorful walls. I would give that a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
ćevapi već sam probala u Srbiji naravno, ali to stvarno jedno od najboljih koje sam probala. Sočno, mekano, kao što ona je rekla. I lepinja, obožavam lepinju. I mislim najbolje lepinje sam probala u Užice i Zlatibora. Znači, ovo je nešto, ne znam, 7. ćevape, čist, ajde, 8 za sad, ali kad dođemo u Sarajevo, ne znam, može biti više. Da. Što se tiče ambijent, pa simpatično je mjesto, nije ništa više kao previše fancy, ali sviđa mi se ovaj zid, pogotovo ima Ivo Andrić u ćošku, malo. Da.
A lot of history here.
Baš mi se sviđa ove stare slike. Dakle, 7. 7.
Hoćemo dalje onda?
Da.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
We have 2-hour drive now.
This is going to be very comfortable.
go to the place called Hari. It's the most famous place in the city for ćevapi. It's like also with a lot of history. They make it differently than in Banjaluka, so you'll see what is the difference. But if you come to the city, like really historical city, you should try ćevapi here. So you will rate it and tell me if it's better than in Banjaluka.
Of course.
Okay.
To je Hari. Ćao, poštovanje. So guys, ćevapi here are served not by pločice like in Banjaluka, but by pieces.
Yeah.
You can order 5, 10, 15 and 20. This is the smallest one because we eat all day, so we don't want to get full. The ingredients are a bit more than in Banjaluka, so like it's different types of meat. Like I think 3-4 types of meat in these ones here. And we don't call this lepinja, we call this pitica sometimes, but you can also say lepinja. They are served with kajmak, traditional like cheese, let's say. Very, very good. And of course onion, something we cannot miss.
Like cheese, but better.
Like cheese, but better.
Yeah.
Better.
Once I put kajmak onto it, it's like the flavors are accentuated, and kajmak just goes so well.
And as somebody that likes to eat burgers, pizza with the hands, I like a ćevapi is a dish that I can eat with my hands.
Hurmašice.
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 Wait, napiši.
By syllable. By hur.
Kur.
Hur mašice.
Yeah.
Hur mašice. Hur mašice.
Okay, so before we try hurmašice, how would you grade ćevapi here?
The ćevapi, definitely, I'm gonna say now 9. I can't remember how much I rated the last one, but it was definitely better than last one. But the bread, like, I think it was because we were served, we had kajmak as well. And when you have the kajmak as well, I think it just like boosted everything much higher. Even the bread, like more of the bread was consumed.
Okay.
And
the whole ambience of the place.
Well, you saw my reaction at the beginning. So yeah, it was definitely like I was wowed as soon as I walked in. I would say 9, 9, 9.
The ambience was phenomenal. It definitely topped the other place, which I already had given a 10 because it was different. The other place had a unique touch. It was like full of books and history. This one kills me with, I don't know, like the ambience of the greenery, the livelihood, the sun that hits through the windows. It's really nice ambience. It almost gives me a feel that I would want to stay here all day in a coffee shop sort of kind of thing. So that's a 10. If I could give it 12, I would. And when it comes to the ćevapi itself, just the meat, I would give it an 8. And I already had mentioned that it's tender and juicy. And the bread is definitely better than the other place. I give it a 10 because it was able to retain the moisture and not be, sort of soggy. And I just definitely consumed it more. And the kajmak, as you said, really made the meal even better. However, I do still like the onions cut into bigger pieces from the other place because it's easier to grab by the fingers and just put one in your mouth rather than the small pieces trying to eat with fork when, the ćevapi dish can be eaten with hands.
So this is a really famous mosque in Bosnia. It's called Sulejmanija and also called the Colorful Mosque. We call it the Colorful Mosque or Sharna Džamija. So it was made around 1550. There is no exact day when it was made, but yeah, it was destroyed a couple of times, not completely, just some parts. And what's different to any other moschee besides the colors, it's the let's call it right now the tower. It's on the opposite side as it usually goes. So it usually goes on the opposite side. So if I understood it right, there is only 2 mosques in the world where the tower is on the opposite side.
Does it still sing?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Wow, what a beauty. What a beauty. You get the city view, nature, mountains.
So first time in Sarajevo for both of you. What do you know about Sarajevo?
What do I know about
It's the
Sarajevo?
capital of Bosnia, that's what I know.
It has 600,000 people living here.
Actually a bit less, but you
Did you-
didn't
oh,
pay
wait, did you
attention.
say-
Okay.
Oh, okay, it was
400,000.
400,000. Yeah, 400,000.
So basically one of the most unique places you can find in Sarajevo is actually this fountain here. It's called Sebil. It's one of the only remaining ones that was here. Like there were before like many more of them around the city. They were crushed during the many years, but this one is the only one that actually is kept until today. And in this part, we are also entering the old town of Sarajevo. Like for me, the nicest in all the Bosnia, which you can see many handicrafts of the people working like some traditional Bosnian souvenirs and art. And all this area, I would say, is the most unique local area you can find around the country. During the day, you can see all the shops from these trees and these trees there. Plus, one of the best food in all the country is here, and the ćevapi, which we'll try, are actually located just down there. But first, let's do a bit of a tour, and then we'll go to eat.
Sounds good.
Ciao.
Ciao.
You can find many good local sweets here, like baklavas from pistachio, walnut, stuff like that. So places like this one. So there are many good sweets which are rarely to be found in other places around Bosnia in this big quantity. So all these shops are actually selling local stuff. And if you want to get like a souvenir or a gift, you can find the best thing here, actually.
Wow. I love the jewelries there. Very good collection.
Bling, bling.
Yeah. I like this street too. It feels like it's almost like a Christmas market kind of street.
Yeah, actually here it looks like
Christmas
Christmas market in a way.
With the heart, that looks cool. So,
Oh, no.
It's
Wow.
very
It is
Turkish
unique.
and
Yeah.
very
Is
Ottoman.
that kavala or something like a...
Halva.
Bakal.
Yeah.
Baklava.
Halva. This looks amazing, really.
Yeah.
With pistachio and
We can go after for dessert.
Of course, for dessert, we'll
definitely
come
to
here.
treat. This is Begova Jamia, Begova Mosque. Probably the most famous mosque in the city, built by Iranian architect. We can go inside actually to check. Inside is really beautiful. And it has this fountain, it's called Shadrvan, where you can actually wash before the prayer. And actually, this was the first mosque that had electricity, I think, in Europe.
Wow.
And maybe in the world even, I'm not sure. But like in Europe,
Wow.
definitely.
Very historical.
Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Yes, Sacha.
Such, yeah.
What is that for?
E sad mogu napraviti kod kuće.
Some really local food. It's used for some
Peletina ispod.
massage. Here is the place where we go. Can you pronounce what's the writing with the blue, with the football?
Sevab. Žinka? I don't know.
Liz can-
Ćevačnica.
Liz can help.
Zevačnica.
Come on,
Ali
Liz.
to je
What did you say?
ćevap džanica. Džanica. Ćevap džanica.
Yes. Ćevap
Željo.
džanica, željo.
Ćevapčinica.
Ćevapčinica.
What is your favorite thing about Banjaluka generally? What do you like?
So
Why
here,
would you like to stay here today?
okay, to be honest, the cost of living and the quality of living, because here, you know, I'll have more time to do things with family and enjoy nature. And nature is also a big thing for me. Like, even in winter, I'm able to go for hikes. And the fact that even in winter, Banjaluka is not as cold, it's like phenomenal, you know? Wow. And this one has kajmak already served inside?
Yeah.
That's something different. Onions chopped, okay. Looking promising. Smelling good.
Hvala. Yum, 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 yum.
So guys, the final ćevapi. Basically, these ones should be made from minced juneće meso, like minced. Liz, kako bi bilo juneće meso?
No, wait, no, like young lamb,
Yeah, like young, like a baby cow.
baby cow.
Plus salt and some ingredients. Lepina is also different. It's not maybe that like moist, but they also serve it in with not like pločice, but also with 5, 10, 15, and 20 of these. Place we are in is called Željo. This is the first one. They're more in the city, and it's one famous football club that's here. But ćevapis, they say, are the best in this place. So enjoy, and you'll tell me in the end where
All
are the
right,
best.
let's dig in.
Plus you get kajmak inside.
This kajmak is very cheesy.
And the meat is cooked differently. Almost like it's overcooked. Like it's, yeah. Like, almost like it's, something's different.
So finished or not so finished?
Not so finished. What happened here is that the meat wasn't as flavorful as the one in Banjaluka, and even Travniku was still better. It was almost as if it's overcooked and neutralized. I don't know what could have went wrong or anything. And the fact that they put so much kajmak, that's something that was overpowering, really neutralized everything. And again, kajmak also in Travniku was a better quality. Here it was, I don't know, literally too much. I would rate the bread a 7, the meat a 5, and the ambience, that's pretty, you know, nice. I would give it I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
And I still will say I prefer when the onions are sliced, because when you're eating with your hands, again, it's just nicer to just grab it. As you can see, Banjaluka in my, you know, video definitely won.
Moram priznati da više volim lepinju nego somuna, ali ok, isto dobar. Što se tiče mesa, moram priznati jeste Travnik mnogo bolja. I konačno ambijans ima 3 želja. I ovo je, mislim, najmanji, ali simpatično je, samo ima previše gužva. Morali smo da, sad čekamo napoje za sedište. Znači, hleb
7 meso, 7 i ambijent isto 7.
Next time when you come to Bosnia, you should also go to city we mentioned, Tuzla, which also has really cool ćevapi, but for the next video we can do best pies, best bureks in Bosnia. But thank you girls for joining us to travel, and I hope you enjoy the cities as much as you enjoy the food here. Evo ljudi, ovdje na ovom mjestu završava ovaj video o najboljim ćevapima u Bosni i Hercegovini, gdje su moje dvije prijateljice isprobale ćevape u 3 grada i donijele neki svoj sud o svemu ovome. Što se mene tiče, ćevapi su svugdje kod nas sjajni, gdje god odete nećete pogriješiti. Prosto postoje preferencije možda koji su bolji ili ne, ali ja lično volim svako mjesto i preporuka za vas da posjetite i Banjaluku, Travnik i Sarajevo i izaberete nekako sebi najbolje ćevape. A do tada, veliki pozdrav od nas troje i vidimo se u nekoj novoj priči sa putovanja.